and wisely to the church that both forms remain, and that there be freedom to celebrate one form or the other form. It is the same church. Therefore, let no one, because you love one form, condemn the other one. That's not acceptable. That's one. Then, who knows, with time, whether our celebration of one form will influence the other form, because the church is alive. The Catholic Church doesn't live in the Vatican Museum. The liturgy is sacred and the essentials are fixed. Nevertheless, the manner of celebrating can be retouched by Holy Mother Church. When Christ came, he didn't tell us, when you start Mass, start at the foot of the altar, say Kyrie, say Gloria. Don't say Gloria during Lent. Say Credo on Sundays. The church works out all that, and we trust the church. So, every good Catholic will remain flexible and open to what Holy Mother Church says, knowing that the church is much wiser than you or me. And the church has the Holy Spirit and also 2,000 years of wisdom. This way of celebrating the Eucharistic sacrifice has been the way of the church for centuries, 5 centuries, even longer, and given us saints all over the place. The Holy Mother Church didn't begin 50 years ago with Vatican II. The church was there long before and will be there long after we are dead. Therefore, no individual should push a personal choice to that extent. You see, what we call the extraordinary form, or Missa Tridentina, in general, it stresses more relationship with God, direct. It stresses more adoration. It stresses more God is super, above, transcendental. And that is an element we need very much in the world of today. The present form of celebrating, ordinary form, stresses more the community, the congregation. That is also an important element. Nevertheless, it can be exaggerated, both the first and the last. The first form, because some priests took no notice of the people, they pronounced the Latin words in a very bad way, and as the people didn't know Latin, they didn't know that the priest was fumbling. So that is also possible. The present form, the temptation for the priest, if he is not careful, is to become an ecclesiastical showman. He is facing the people and he is gesticulating and attracting their attention and stealing a few smiles with some of the people he knows. That's not good at all. I have seen a priest celebrating Mass and looking at the people as radio announcers do. They look at the script for a short and then look at the people, then at the script, then at the people. He was not... I was tempted to bundle him out of the sanctuary area. He was distracting the people. We come to Mass not to focus on the priest. We come to Mass not to enjoy ourselves. We come to Mass not to dance. We come to Mass not to clap and applaud each other. We come to adore God. You know the 4 reasons for Mass: adoration, contrition, thanksgiving, and petition. The word acts helps us in that. A, adoration. C, contrition. T, thanksgiving. And S, supplication. That's why we come for Mass. If you want to enjoy yourself, if you want to clap, if you want to applaud, you have the parish hall. After Mass, you go to the parish hall. Then you can applaud, and the choir can operate, and you can say, encore, again, da capo, repeat. Oh, maestro, you are great. You celebrate yourselves there. But when we come to Mass, we don't want to celebrate ourselves. We want to celebrate Christ in his mysteries. So you can see, there is temptation in either form, but there is also a correct way of celebrating both forms. The main fault is not in the novus order or the older one. The fault is not in the extraordinary form or the ordinary form. The fault is often in the celebrant and in the people and in the choir, which wants to perform as prima donna and show that they are wonderful. So you see, if the priest celebrates well, indeed, the ordinary form can be celebrated in Latin, the whole lot in Latin. So Latin is not the problem. Many people make problems for themselves. So we can say to them, through your fault, through your fault, through your most grievous fault, not through the fault of ordinary form or extraordinary form.